Up next, we have Kim Young Hyun's 2008 swordplay film drama known as The Sword with No Name. It stars Jung Sung Woo, who I am actually not 100% sure who he is, and it stars Sue A, who was in Midnight FM, and Athena, Goddess of War, which is a spinoff of the hit show Iris. It's a pretty cool film. Basically, you have Sue A, who's the queen uh, of Korea, and you get this excuse me, you get this underdog who's basically just a peasant, and he falls in love with her. Again, it's kind of one of those typical love dramas, like mixed in with fighting, typical period piece stuff. But yeah, Sword with No Name's a cool film. I think the action's good. A lot of people diss the action, but I know what it's going for. It's kind of going for, and this is an odd example, but kind of that Spider-Man, Sam Raimi's Spider-Man, kind of that larger-than-life feel to the fighting. There is CG used. I understand it's going to be lower budgeted, but I thought it was great. I really enjoyed the fighting and the cinematography. Thought the acting was great, the pacing, everything was very good about this film. This was actually released over here by Funimation, who hasn't really done many live. I mean, they got a decent amount of live action films, but I think this may be the first South Korean film they've done. So hopefully this is the start of maybe a line of South Korean films coming from Funimation. But anyway, yeah, it's Sword with No Name. Pretty good film. Up next, we have the 2008 Oriental spaghetti western known as The Good, the Bad, the Weird. It's directed by Kim Ji-woon, and it stars Song Kang-ho and Lee Byung-hun, and I think what's his name? Yeah, Jung-woo-sung. Jung-woo-sung is from Moment to Remember. He's going to be in the Killer remake. Lee Byung-hun was in G.I. Joe, like the American G.I. Joe. He was also in I Saw the Devil, Park Chan-wook's Cut. He was in The Influence, which is a pretty good web series. He was also in what's that show called? Yeah, Iris. Anyway, yeah, Kim Ji-woon, very great director. Did Tale of Two Sisters, I Saw the Devil, Foul King, Quiet Family. Yeah, basically this is his tribute to westerns, but he also keeps it very Asian, and he kind of mixes a whole bunch of different styles all together, and he makes a really great film. You get like Manchurian Gang, you get Japanese Army, you get pretty much everyone and their brothers after this map. You know it's for a treasure. You don't know what the treasure is, but you get the good, the bad, and the weird. They're all after one another. Yeah, it's a really fun film. Definitely more of a mainstream film, but keeps Kim Ji-woon's visual style and directing all the way through it. Great film. Good, the bad, the weird. Okay, up next we have probably my weakest Korean film that I have, and that is Charles. While it's not like a bad film, it's not necessarily a great film. It's, I don't know how to describe it without insulting it. It's not a bad film by any means. It just feels like it's trying to, I guess, copy the fame of The Host. I don't know. That's just what it feels like to me. I'm not trying to knock the film, because I mean it's not bad. It's fun and enjoyable, but I don't know. It does a good job of certain things. Like, it does mix comedy with the monster horror genres, and it does it pretty well. It's just the effects for The Host have aged a hair, but they're still enjoyable. And this is 2009, so another 3 years later. But for some reason, the CG is just not very good in this film. The practical, like Charles, looks very good. Again, I don't know the directors or the actors. The only actor I know would be him, and he was from SIU, which just came out early this year. pretty good action thriller. But anyway, yeah, Charles. Basically, this boar goes crazy, and these people are trying to hunt it down as it ravages the village. I recommend with caution. It's not for everyone, but yeah, I don't really know what to say about it. Charles. Okay, up next we have, and I don't know if it's the only release in America, but the 2-disc special edition of Three Extremes. You have China, Japan, and South Korea represented in this film. This is actually the second Three Extremes, which this is very confusing, but it's called Three Extremes 1 over here, but it's actually the second Three Extremes in Asia, and the first Three Extremes in Asia was released over here as Three Extremes 2. In this one you have Takashi Miike doing the last segment, which is Box, Fruit Chan doing the first section, which is Dumpling, and the South Korean film here is Park Chan-wook's cut. Park Chan-wook did Old Boy and some others. That's cut on the front. We got Lee Byung-hun on the back, Box from Meeks, and Dumplings and the girl from the cut. The cut is a very good film. I hate to sound typical of myself because I'm a huge South Korean fan of cinema, but the cut was indeed on all terms my favorite short out of the three. Yeah. Dumplings is on the second disc for full length, by the way, which is pretty cool. And anyway, yeah, the cut, basically Lee Byung-hun's this director. He gets taken hostage in his own house, and one of his extras is actually kind of taking revenge on him. He's just sick of life in general, and he's happened to taking it out on Lee Byung-hun and his family. Very cool film, very cleverly written, very well shot, very well acted, edited, everything. Bunch of cool little twists and turns throughout. It may be my favorite short film of all time. So yeah, Three Extremes 2 actually. Good film. All three films have their strong points, so I recommend all three of them. It's definitely worth a little bit of money it cost me. I think this one cost me $6. You may be able to get it cheaper online, but Three Extremes is a very, very, very entertaining film. Okay, up next I'm going to be showing off my Park Chan-wook films, and I'm going to start off with the underdog of his films, and that's I'm a Cyborg, but that's okay. Stars pop star Rain and Im Soo-jung, who was in Tale of Two Sisters. Rain, basically internationally known for being a ninja assassin and speed racer from the Wachowski brothers. I actually like this film a lot. A lot of people don't like it because it's not in Park's typical, I guess, I don't know, basically it's not him doing vengeance, so people don't like it a whole lot. It's not as dark as his other films. It's still dark in its humor and whatnot, but it's a lot brighter lit and more colorful than the other films he's done. Again, I thought Rain and Im Soo-jung made a great couple on screen. Some people say it's like Korea's One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. I kind of disagree, other than the fact that it is set in like an asylum. I don't know. I think it's totally different. Anyway, yeah, it's a good film. It is different. It's not like Park's other stuff, but yeah, it's a good film nonetheless. I'm a Cyborg, but that's okay.